Back, guys. Sorry for the strange YouTube updates. The craziness.
I'm telling you, they update all the time because I do it exactly the same every time, and then it does. Anyways,
All right. That's what happens when you go live. Crazy things. Insane things happen on Wednesday when you're watching ComicGains. And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach. I'm gonna figure this out. This is a princess, Raw House, doing the princess wave. You do it to bow and respect, and of course, there's our editor, Coco. Wait, where's Coco? Anyway, Coco actually edits all our videos.
She left the show after the last mishap. She's like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully everybody was able to move over to the new show.
I still got to do.
Got it. Oh, Zach hasn't even moved over. Wait, where is Zach at? There he is. There.
Wrong button. What the?
Yeah, wrong button.
Oh man. I did not press the wrong button.
He's like, sideways. Sideways. All right, guys. Today, we got a pretty chill show for you. Nothing too crazy, but it is Wednesday. We got new comic book day, which is pretty chill. There's some long overdue books that came out. I've been waiting to catch up on, so I'm excited about that. We got a mystery box to open. I think we were going to open it last Wednesday, but we ran out of time, so we got the Comic Tom mystery mail call, and Zach's going to take another stab at reviewing Ultimate Black Panther. Issue number 8, Lucky Ocho.
As long as I don't have 4 stories going all at the same time, I think I can review it pretty dang well.
There you go. Exactly. Right, guys? All right, Zach, are you in? We got everybody, got the team back together?
Yep, we got everything in.
I'm still working on the cold, getting over the Comic-Con cold. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
the con cold? Con crud?
The con crud.
Like when you're like digging through the books, all the dust kind of comes up and it's like...
Well, you think about how many people are touching those books. I mean, if someone got some germs on it, you're going to get those germs too. Just happens.
Exactly.
Part of collecting. Damn.
You're like, all right.
Like a vampire?
Well, the germs. You got to keep the germs away. The comic germs. Let me say hi to some of our friends, or do you want to take a drink first? You getting thirsty? You got to get in the right mindset.
All right. Yes, exactly. You got the no sugar company. Oh, they don't put an ounce of sugar in there. It's called Joy Burst Energy Drink. It's lime flavored, 0 calories, about 200 milligrams of natural.
They named their company No Sugar.
Yeah.
Also known as aspartame.
They're liars. You always put like a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit. Just a pinch. Not too much.
How's it taste?
Oh, yeah. You're the one that wants in the can. Oh, okay.
Right.
Pour it all over the camera.
Tastes like no sugar.
Tastes like no sugar.
Tastes like no sugar.
It's like they watered down a lot. You squeeze the lime and then you watered it down with like sparkly stuff.
That's true. You know what doesn't taste like no sugar? Hanging out with the princess on Whatnot. She will be on this Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a special week. Extra gains. Zach and I will be in the background cheering on. We just ordered some pom-poms so we can do some stuff. Like, that could work, right?
You know what's going to be also exciting about this one? The princess is about to hit 7K?
7K. So will this be the 7K show or not yet?
No,
this is the road to 7K.
This is going to be the one. I believe in it. This is going to be the one where she's going to hit 7K. And you can help out by posting this on Instagram and all of that other crap I don't know about.
The road to 7K. All right, let's say hi to some of our friends who were in the other show and had to migrate over to this one. Thank you, Nucktech. How's it going, man? Andrew, the king of New Comic Book Day, is here as well. How's it going, dude? Taylor, our moderator, is in the house. One of our moderators. That's a lot of white paint hands. Yeah. Yeah, they could have done like the placement, like. Steve Sayer in the house. How's it going? It is not a jeans day, but Zach could be wearing jeans. Just might not know. Jason Foster, what is up? What is up? Welcome in, welcome in. Chris the Creative, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. Deuce Boy in the house. Han Solo is here. How's it going, Han Solo? And Comics with Bueller coming in. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, whose handprints are those?
Not mine.
No one's got. No paint on
Those-
these hands.
Those look like big hands. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's like the perspective. I was trying to compare. Is it big hands or small? I mean, she's sitting back. Are they like really big or really small? I don't know.
Tiny
Maybe
little
no-
hands.
I got piano fingers. Just I don't know. You can't tell by
Piano
yeah,
fingers.
maybe you can tell now. Yeah,
Those are comic.
oh
digging,
yeah, that's
those
true.
are comic
Let's
digging hands.
Let's go with that.
You gotta
I
be
don't
able to
play
get them
piano.
in between the mylars, right?
Yes,
That happens.
exactly.
All right. No major news in the comic world this week that I'm aware of, right? Is there anything going on crazy?
You know, the only thing is that key collector thing, but the key collector and CTC mashup. Only thing I could say about that is I don't think they're adding enough information. It's right at the beginning, but you know, it's kind of something.
Okay.
That's all I know. That's all I think about it, though.
She's thought about it a lot. Sounds like.
I mean, I just said I'm just thinking it could be something, but it's not a whole lot of something right now.
Yeah.
Not enough information.
A new feature. Ooh.
But that's just my opinion.
Looks like Princess was hanging around Howard Chalkin.
Howard Chalkin?
All right, let's kick this off. New comic book day. It all of a sudden got really warm in here. We've got Venom issue number 37, a Venom War tie-in. I think the series has kind of been taken over by Groenbeck and Kafu Chaikin, Milton. The Milt's in the house. It's a good cover on this one. I think Al Ewing's actually writing the Venom Wars. Kind of this whole event's kind of been going under the radar, probably for a good reason. It's kind of strange. I wasn't gonna read it, and then I kind of started reading some of it. It's sort of like this mix between like the WWE and Dragon Ball Z, if you want to put it that way. Like the characters kind of like met up in this arena, and that is a wrestling arena, and they have two guys on the sidelines like announcing with a microphone as like the teams get together and they're fighting, and like Spider-Man shows up and he's got like the Venom costume on because it can't decide who it wants to team up with, and he adds the chains on, so like he's the strongest guy, and then Venom or Eddie absorbs his other two versions and he gets stronger or powers up. Then he starts like taking on Spider-Man, and then Dylan steps in the ring and he combines himself with Flexo and Sleeper into a giant symbiote, and then they start going at it. I don't know, it was a little like, what the heck's going on? But the regular Venom book is showing like the old Dylan came back from the past to try and solve some problems. He came back to like the current time, and now they've gone further in the past to when like Molten Man was relevant. And he's trying to absorb something from Molten Man that he thinks can solve a problem. And Spider-Man is not digging it from that time. So it's in the past. We'll see how it goes. Steve says maybe not Gene Day, but a colossal comic call. You got Transformers 12, Batman 89 Echoes, 4 Power Rangers versus Godzilla issue 5, and Masters of the Universe Revolution 4 this week. Good pull, dude. Alfred's in the house. What happened to the guy that stole the 30,000? Oh yeah, I don't know. There was that dude that was the pressing guy. What was that company called?
What? King Pressing? No.
King Pressing?
That's what I was.
That's just like making up names. Here we go. DJ Wise, what's up? Hero Restoration. Yeah, Hero Restoration. Yeah, that was a little sketch. And yeah, supposedly sold to someone in the Pacific Northwest. Wow, it was not us. We were not included in that. I never knew Molten Man was relevant. That's probably a good point, Milt. He's like a bad guy for a second and then becomes like a good guy, but
and then disappears.
He's somewhere else. But that's at least that they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. Taylor says no new books, but someone sent me a second Dead Man. Oh, I heard about that. Now we're comic brothers. I have one. You have one. And Chris says he got Transformers 12 and Space Ghost 5 and Wolverine 1. Good haul. I've heard really good things about Space Ghost. We came across some high ratios recently, so we may have those available for cheap for sale if you're really into that book. Totally different than Eskimo Brothers. Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. James Earl Jones died a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
We're a great actor. Voiced Darth Vader, was in The Sandlot, and that's all the movies I've ever watched.
There's a lot of good ones.
I know he's in a
Field
lot
of Dreams, Zach, as well as Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, I forgot about
a lot of good ones. Rocket Comics, what's up? Welcome in. We're just getting to the good stuff. We're just shooting the preferable poo, shooting the poo, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes that happens. Let's talk about Vengeance of Moon Knight, number 9. Jed McKay, and this is Prominick is the artist on this. Not the normal, was that Chichetto, I think, is the regular artist. Is it Chichetto? I could be wrong. It's not the regular artist from who's been teamed up with Moon Knight. So it looks slightly different. I think they're wrapping this up because the Fist of Khonshu should be coming out soon. They'll like restart over the whole series again with the original creative team. And Shroud is back alive again, even though he wasn't totally dead. But, you know, like his body exploded into the Dark Force dimension that was covering the sky. And so Mark Spector's back alive. He's back with the team. They've awoken Khonshu, like freed him from Asgard. So he was like stuck in Asgard. And then Khonshu's like, all right, now the team's back together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to kill Shroud because he was a pretender and was pretending to be a Moon Knight, and he's not a Moon Knight. So now the team is going to have to deal with whether or not they go like kill Shroud. And is he really a bad guy? Is he not a bad guy? So there was a whole issue on like why Shroud became what he became and why he was like trying to take on a different name, and he actually like respected Moon Knight. So we'll have to see how this all turns out on that.
Yeah, I would have thought Khonshu would be
and the
on
Lion
his best behavior. I mean, he just got locked up in Asgard.
I don't think he's like really a good guy. Like Khonshu's pretty much a bad guy.
Well, he can be a bad guy, but like if you just get out of prison, at least wait a couple weeks until you do something else, right?
Yeah.
Like the heat.
Dakota, welcome in, saying he picked up the Frankenstein one. Frankenstein, good. Yeah, I heard like the monster movies. They've been doing a lot of those, like the Dracula. I wonder if that probably was connected to that. Is that with the Universal? The name change. I got my Vengeance of Moon Knight. Awesome. Yeah, I've still been digging this. Better than watching the presidential debate. Yes, we could debate a little bit if you want to, but we might. We got Uncanny X-Men. This is my spec book of the week. So if you guys didn't know about this, Zach will probably run out and grab one. Although I didn't really care for any of the covers, so I guess this is the best one. We got Uncanny X-Men number 2. It's the Gail Simone, David Marquez. So it's the other flagship book. There's regular X-Men, and then there's Uncanny X-Men. There's supposedly like equally flagship book for X-Men. It's kind of strange how that works, but there's even a point in X-Men 2 where I think Beast is on the phone with Rogue, and you only get to hear what Beast is saying. And it says in the book, if you want to know what Rogue is saying, read Uncanny X-Men number 2. So I will finally get to know what Rogue is saying, even though I didn't really care that much. But we'll see. I enjoyed the first book. This team was much smaller. You've just got Wolverine, Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Gambit. And then they kind of do this cool mission where they fight like a dinosaur. And then they're kind of like, hey, we're on our own. And Rogue and Gambit are obviously together. I think they're married. They should be married at this time. But they're kind of like, the team is small, and maybe we should do something with it. At the very end of the book, they run into these 4 new mutants that we've never seen before, and you just get a glance of like who they are. Well, they are the Outliers. And this book is the first appearance of all 4 new characters known as the Outliers, and they're all 4 mutants, and they're all joining the Uncanny X-Men. So, yeah, if you're a Zach kind of collector and you see 4 new mutants show up in one book, you get that book? Usually?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially. Andrew said he was really enjoying the first issue of the Uncanny X-Men. I did too. I thought it was good as well. I definitely picked up. So I'll probably get the first 5 of them and see where these ones go. Princess is handy displaying those books today. P.S. Nice. Oh, nice new nails. Yes. I think Princess did get new nails.
Monday.
New Monday nails. All right, guys, the wait is over, and this cover threw me for a little bit of loop. I was worried that I missed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 2 because I felt like number 1 came out like months ago. Doesn't it seem like it was like months ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
But IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 2. This is the John Jason Aaron run, so he has taken over the run. We've only had one issue so far, and I thought it was a long time. This is the Kevin Eastman variant cover, which I didn't think that even looked like an Eastman cover, didn't it?
No, that's really
yeah. It doesn't look like it at all, in kind of a good way. I mean, I like Eastman. Eastman's work is very distinct and different, but enjoyable at the same time. But this is very different than even his own work. So if you guys are reading or have read the first issue, it was only Raphael. So they didn't talk about the other turtles at all. Raphael was in a prison that you learn he put himself there on purpose, which is strangely like the Namor book that he's writing, where Namor put himself in that prison on purpose. So I don't know, maybe like both of the ideas are very similar, and Jason Aaron's writing both of those at the same time. But you learn that like he needs to escape from the prison, and that was kind of the end. It was very well written, and it looked really cool. This is connected to the other IDW one, but it's a soft reboot, so they don't really need you to read the original run to have to like know what's going on in this one. This issue will only be about Mikey. So it's only Michelangelo. It's going to be whatever he's doing. I think he's going to be at some kind of Hollywood thing or something. So I'm assuming the first 4 books is going to be about each one of the individual turtles. So we'll probably have one for Leonardo and then Donatello, and then the story will progress into itself. So a lot of the covers just have like the solo turtle on it. So that's why it's only Michelangelo on this one. So yeah, I'm liking it. I was really worried. I was like, I feel like I read Turtles 1 like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was like, maybe I forgot to order Turtles 2. And then I saw Turtles 3 was in the order guide, so I went and grabbed that one. But true. Kenneth Bird, welcome in, brother. How's it going? There should be a comic called Drunk Zach versus Marvel and DC.
It wouldn't even be a competition.
There should be.
It wouldn't even be a competition.
They should do like drunken comic history though. That would be fun. You know, like Drunk History Show where those people get really drunk and then they tell stories and then they reenact them. We could totally pull that out. I don't know how we'd ever do the reenactment part, but we could totally get drunk and talk about comics. Right?
If there's any animators in there that want to do some animations for us,
they could do it in animation.
Yeah, it's like we could be like popping in. It's like, hey, and then we do this, and then this happens, and then show the story here. Then that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
If you want to do it for free, let's have some fun.
Nature said, I used to get the 5 cover A's and the 5 cover B's to go with my 1-to-10 ratio of the older series. Nice. Yeah. Sometimes I get sucked into that too, where I'm looking at the books and I'm like, God, I love like 3 of these covers. And then that one happens to be like a $9.99 book too. And I'm like, how can I spend $30 on one book? And sometimes you do. It's a mistake. But it's still cool nonetheless. Yeah. All right. Speaking of cool books, and a lot of people are really saying how great this story is so far. And you guys may have to read this later on, but Spider-Man Reign 2, issue number 3. And I know that sounds confusing, but it's the second Spider-Man Reign.
I do too,
which is drawn and written by Kari Andrews, which has been fantastic so far. It's a book totally out of continuity. It connects to the original Spider-Man Reign, which some people like, some people didn't like. There's a weird story in it where Peter Parker's radioactive semen gives his Mary Jane cancer, and some people thought that was strange. As Kari Andrews' original was trying to write like his own version of Dark Knight Returns, so it's supposed to be basically like Dark Knight Returns but for Spider-Man, and it was good. This one people are liking way more, and I know a lot of people said it's sort of like his love letter to Todd McFarlane. So all the artwork looks very much like Todd McFarlane's. Mary Jane in this one has the huge hair, the big lips, everything's pretty cool. So the big reveal was Spider-Man's obviously old and he has a big beard because it's way in the future. He was living in kind of like a Matrix type world where his mind was plugged in and they were, I don't know if they were using him like a battery, but anyway, he pops out with this character named Kitty Cat, who is, they say, is like the daughter of Felicia Hardy, but not related to Peter, hopefully, because she kind of flirts with him a little bit in a weird way. But they meet up with Norman Osborn. He's like, all right, I'm going to blast you guys into the past so you can fix everything that Kingpin has screwed up. And when they go back into the past, they have 48 hours to complete the mission before they're going to be like blasted back to their current time, back to the future, so to speak. And they get into an array of stuff. Peter starts killing like the Vulture and the Beetle. So he obviously doesn't really care that much about people, and he's a little bit crazy. So he kills like 2 villains right away. And then he's on the hunt to find Mary Jane. He's like, I need to find my love. I want to make sure she's okay. When he finds Aunt May, she is very old and blind at the time and doesn't quite know that he is Peter. And she lets him know that Mary Jane's alive and that her Peter is dead. And he's like, oh, thank God Mary Jane's alive. And at that time, Kingpin in the future sends back Miles to stop him. So that's why on the cover you got old Miles. So we haven't seen this fight yet, but old Miles is now being sent to the past to fight Peter. I don't know why he would be evil in the future, but we're going to find out. And the other big cool reveal that everyone was super pumped about is Peter runs into Venom at the end of the book. And he's like, oh crap, here's Venom. And who pops out of the Venom symbiote but Mary Jane was inside. So she is the current Venom. She Venom, yeah. She looked really, really cool too. So I'm excited. Michael Benj, what's up? Welcome in. And Daniel Marquez, how's it going? Oh, you got the negative Wolverine and the foil X-ray Patrick Gleason TMNT. Also in other books too, is the princess reading AVP? If so, what does she think? I have AVP. I may have to see if she wants to read that one. The Avengers versus Predator. People are raving how good that book is too. Insanely good. So David, she might have to read that one and give us a little thumbs up, thumbs down review for the next Wednesday show. We will see. All right, Zach, quick drink. About 6 shots before you start talking about the week's ultimate book. Drug Zach versus Sinister Six. You could do it, Zach. Think you could drink the Sinister Six under the table?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Maybe not Craven's on the team.
The week.
Craven's on the team. We've got Blood Hunters issue number 2. I'm excited about this book. It was done very, very well on the first issue. So Blood Hunters was a tie-in book that had to do with Blood Hunt. And that was sort of a weird, just a bunch of mini stories all mixed together into one book. And they did 4 separate issues, and it showcased like 4 different ladies. You had like Hallows Eve, you had Elsa Bloodstone, you had Dagger from Cloak and Dagger, and then you had the White Widow, Yelena Belova. At certain points in each of those books, well, it must have been popular because they got their own solo book. So now they started over with issue 1. They got all 4 of the girls. For some reason, the vampires have been destroyed, but they're still fighting vampires. So I'm not really quite sure whoever they didn't get the memo. But this is some new creative team. So it's Schultz and Gill. And they're doing a good job on the book. And the girls are kind of like patrolling the streets, hunting vampires. And they kind of meet up and they sort of create like this loose alliance where they're like, you hate vampires, we hate vampires, let's kill them together. But we kind of don't all have the same feelings about it. Dagger does have the ability to heal vampires, which is kind of cool. She can use like her light powers and like heal their stuff. So as they're doing it, there's a little bit of like pushback because Elsa likes to kill vampires. Dagger likes to heal vampires. So they're kind of dealing with that like issue. And at the end of the book, Miles gets into it where he helps them fight some vampires off. And then they realize that he is a vampire. And they have this thing where Dagger's like, well, I'll try and heal him. And her power doesn't work to heal him. And then Elsa's like, all right, I'm gonna have to... we're getting like some messages.
Yeah. Robert saying he almost died of sepsis just the other day. Well, not the other day. I didn't read that. It's kind of scary, but he says he feels better, and I'm really happy you're feeling better.
Oh, good to hear that, Robert. Yeah, I knew you were under the weather. I'm glad you're feeling better, though. Or definitely send all of our wishes your way, though, so that you have a speedy recovery. Yeah, so Miles, at the end of the book, Elsa's like, they're like, all right, we'll try and heal you. And then Elsa in the background is like, I'm going to try and kill you because that sounds like a better plan. And then the book like ends. So we'll see how that all turns out if Elsa gets her way to kill Miles. So the whole Miles being a vampire thing has been very interesting because he's so popular and he's in like 6 or 7 different books all at the same time. So like sometimes he's a vampire, sometimes he's not a vampire. So we'll see how all that goes. Yeah. What do we got? More drunk. What would Drunk Zach's super secret power be? Comic book knowledge or beer pong?
Wait, what?
I don't know if he's good at either of those. No, just kidding. Yeah, he knows a lot about comics.
the hell? I'm good about bulls.
You good at beer pong?
Yeah. I'm a world champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
All
bullet I
right.
was.
We've got the book that nobody knew was coming, but is still sticking around. We got Amazing Spider-Man issue 57. The proportions on this are a little crazy because Tombstone looks huge. Everyone's favorite current Spider-Man villain, Tombstone. This is the Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. Book that is still going on. It was supposed to end at 55. They asked Zeb Wells if he could write 5 more issues. So there's 5 more issues coming. I have been kind of liking the last couple. Have been getting back to the roots of it, and it's sort of like is finishing off his story from the beginning. So if you guys read the first issue, Tombstone was the main villain, and they sort of solved things with him in Gang War, where he became the new kingpin of crime by screwing over his daughter and his friends and everybody like that. But now they're adding a little more salt into the wound by bringing back like Robbie Robertson's son, who was engaged to his daughter, the female Beetle, and Peter was messing with Tombstone by every time they would go out and do stuff, he would pretend to help him so that all the other crime bosses would think that they're working together, and it ended up getting him put in jail because of She-Hulk and Luke Cage, who've been in the book quite a bit so far, so they just must like writing about them drive. So it's a very basic story. This is leading up to, I think, issue 58 or 59, and there is a solicitation that it will be the most violent comic ever written in Marvel Comics of this label, I guess. So we'll see. It's going to be drawn by John Romita Jr. though, so I'm interested to see how violent said comic could be. But
it's the most violent book ever.
It's Peter versus Tombstone. It's super, super violent. Nelvis, what's up, man? Oh yeah, Andrew's at Void Rivals went back to first. Number 1 went back to the 10th printing. Yeah, I saw that. They're doing a bunch of crazy ones up there. Cool Disney variant on the ASM. Yes, they're still doing the Disney variants on each of those as well. And Name says, I'm a loyal ASM reader. I stick through it through and through. Totally. I still have, as bad as like some people have said the book is, I still been reading it as well. And there's like its ups and downs. The story is very like, here's a little bit over here, here's a little bit over here, and then we'll go back to this story and then back to this. It's a little sometimes it's hard to follow, but it's a super easy read. So
if Coco was a little bit bigger, she'd be my sidekick, because then she'd have the alcohol around her neck and then just it's like Coco, come here. Oh yes, that'd be awesome.
It could be like the weed smoking dog in that one movie.
Coco, give me a
Dude,
beer.
where's my car?
Coco, give me a beer.
Right? Kind of looks like that does.
She's not even.
All right, I know we've been talking about it a lot, but we got Transformers issue number 12, the book you all been waiting for. Daniel Warren Johnson, Jorge Corona is now drawing the book since of the second arc.
Good.
This is the finale of arc number 2, and it's been pretty amazing. I think still, Soundwave is still the main bad guy at this point, since Starscream was kind of away. Gary B, what's up? What's up? But like a portal opened up to Cybertron, and some good guys came through, some bad guys, so they added some more people to the team. There's like 2 of the female good Transformed Autobots are out there.
Oh yeah.
They still have the 2 kids that are running around with them as well. It's just like straight action nonstop. They fought the Devastator before. I think at the end of the last book, they're fighting the Devastator again. That's the combination of all the Constructicons.
Yeah, the green and purple dude.
Where they like form into the giant one, which he's huge when he goes to like fight.
Huge.
Not Megatron. Optimus, like his hand is like the size of and Optimus is like way bigger than the other guys too. So it's still just nonstop action and some of the best onomatopoeias in the game.
Yeah, not as big
far.
as Fortress Macros or Unicron, but pretty dang big.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll see if those other guys show up.
I don't know if they're as big as the Dinobots either. Well, they probably.
They haven't showed the Dinobots yet either, so I'll be interested to see when those guys pop in. Plus, Megatron, as far as I know, is still been captured by Cobra Commander and is on their planet, and they're trying to take whatever like information and stuff from them. So we'll see. Still a great book, easy read, super fast read on all those ones.
Cobra Commander and Megatron just go on rants, like they have big rant conversations with each other.
Well, they're not actually like teammates because they got them like tied down.
I know, but
yeah.
Those mega villains like to go on rants.
They both have that same like whiny voice. We've got the Department of Truth issue number 25. James Tynion the Fourth is back. This book went on hiatus for a while. It's been slow. I think it's been like 2 issues since it's been back, so this will be like the 3rd one. They've been rehashing a lot of older topics, so like the assassination of JFK and Lee Harvey Oswald becoming like the leader of the Department of Truth. But I feel like they got really deep into that before they went on the break. So I don't know if they're just like doing this for people that they think didn't read the other books. So it's been a little slow. I'm hoping that this one dives more deeper into like a brand new conspiracy theory. Usually they get really deep into like some crazy conspiracy theory that's like half truth, maybe not. And
did they get into the lizard people yet?
I don't know. I don't think so. But the ones with like the ones with Bigfoot were really cool. A lot of people, the artwork is a little strange, and sometimes the writing's hard to read because it gets all crazy. But we'll see. Definitely the JFK stuff's cool, but they did this whole thing with Lee Harvey Oswald where they're like, is he real? Is he not real? Is he like the evil version of himself? And that was like really interesting, and then they just didn't say anything more about it. I don't even think they've even shown the main character since the book came back out, who's like the FBI agent that they're like leading along this journey of figuring out like what the Department of Truth is and who they should be working for. So I'm interested. I'm glad it's back. I am too. I just hope they like touch back on some of the other stories they were doing. Yes, Milt, I heard that it is going to be a TV show at a certain point. I would assume with a lot of Tynion stuff, and he owns a lot of them, so he's gonna probably get like the full money for it. I think they could pop it off right now. It's hard to say with like some of the topics that they do, where that would be good at. If it would be like Netflix or like
I would think
HBO or something, or
AMC.
AMC?
Walking Dead?
Yeah, it's true. There's some good stuff. It's harder to watch AMC nowadays. It's harder to watch it. Speaking of, he's back. We got the Banana Wolverine is back. This one is going to be a strange one, guys, because how are you going to be able to tell which one do you have, this Banana Wolverine or the other Banana Wolverine? I can't remember what features were on the other one. That
they were numbered.
Was it numbered? I don't.
Bottom right, usually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
This is Wolverine 1, so Wolverine has another book. This will be the real book. That sounds weird, but the Revenge of Wolverine, that's Hickman, obviously is somewhere out in the ether. It's like not a part of the regular universe. This one is written by Saladin Ahmed, who's the great writer from the last Miles Morales run. So we'll see where this one goes. I don't know if I'm going to dive like too deep into this one or read a ton of it, but I thought this was a cool cover nonetheless. The original Banana Wolverine was pretty cool, and it looks like they decided to do another one. There's a bunch of crazy covers for this, so I mean, Wolverine's such a sellable character. He should have like 5 books. Why not 6 books? He's even on the Uncanny X-Men team, and now he has his own solo book as well. So, right?
Should have done Pickle Wolverine.
Pickle Rick! Question, did you finish reading The Walking Dead? Oh, I'm still going on. I'm on whatever issue 95 or 96. I might be at 97, something like that. This one had like some weird dots on it. It's kind of strange. Those are supposed to be there, but there's one here by the claw and one in the middle of his head. So I was like, that's strange. Strange. Princess got them hands all over her. Oh, yeah. Ain't No Grave, issue number 5. I still have not read this yet. And this is crazy to me that Jorge Corona drew this book as well, because he's the same artist for the Transformers book, and it looks completely different. This is written by Scotty Young.
Okay.
Princess is maybe waiting to get all of them before she reads the thing and give us a review, but she's up to issue 5. I think it ends at issue 5 or issue 6, so it should be over pretty soon. Braun Strowman from the WWE. Yes. That's who could have done it. Braun Strowman.
The Superplex.
Mm-hmm. So, but check it out. Ain't No Grave. I've heard good things. I have not read it. Otherwise, I would give you guys an update. And second to last, but certainly not least, talk about confusing books, right, Zach? We've got Something's Killing the Children. Number 1 has come back to print.
What was it, 14 or 15 prints?
This is the special archive edition. I couldn't pass this up because it's the closest thing, I think, to the original cover. It will be a little confusing, but if you look closely at the number, guys, it says archive edition on there, so don't be fooled. if you see someone selling one for like $100, you're like, I can finally get my Something's Killing Children #1.
And then realize
Yeah.
the archive edition.
The archive edition. But it's such a classic cover, really cool cover, and it's fun that they came out with this archive edition. So it's pretty good. Oh, Milt says #5 is the last and great series. All right. Awesome, cool. So last book of the night is The Ultimate Black Panther, and we've been doing these reviews on the show almost every week now. They've been coming out. This one is written by Brian Hill, and then it has the original author is Caselli. So Caselli is the artist on this one. If you guys saw, we do review on each of these books every week, from Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther, and now currently The Ultimates, which last Wednesday we did the Ultimates issue, and they are saying that's the greatest book of any Ultimates book so far, is what the comic verse is saying, that's the best one. That's the quintessential book for the Ultimates. So it's pretty amazing. I thought it was pretty good. Gave that one a 5 out of 5. So that's exciting. Zach will give you the review on this one. Just a little backstory. If you guys haven't been watching our show, the maker, the evil Reed Richards from the original Ultimate Universe, has made his own new Ultimate Universe and has messed everything up and basically got rid of most of the heroes. He was taken out for a certain amount of time. I think it's like 15 months or 18 months. And now everyone is scrambling to get things put back together before he shows up. If you want more in-depth on any of these, check out any of our Wednesday videos and you'll get like more of a thing. We're covering the Ultimate Black Panther right now. So let's see. I tend to agree about Ultimate Sport. There you go, Mel. Yeah. The whole thing about the Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. thing may have just been a fake just to get people to read that book. So take us away, Zach.
Yeah, awesome cover. And this starting scene starts in Wakanda or Africa, vice versa. It's Black Panther versus the army of Khonshu and Ra.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows panels all over this part of the book, part of the fight, and it takes from the book of Khonshu. Or, no, not Khonshu, Bast.
Yeah.
And
so Bast is the Panther god, which they didn't really talk that much about her in the movie as much, a little bit, but she's pretty prominent in a lot of his books. Really like the Panther cover. Yeah, this cover was really good, Mel.
All right, so it's a scene-by-scene play of Black Panther and his army. What's the spear people? The spear people.
Oh, the
elite. The
Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
Good, close.
The spear girls. Yep.
Yes, exactly. And Black Panther's getting all violent and things, and he starts killing 1 or 2 people, and then the Dora Milaje starts killing, following his lead and showing violence and something that they're really not supposed to. They're supposed to show violence, but they're not really supposed to try to like kill anybody.
He's really torn at this part in this war because Ra and Khonshu have been swaying the other peoples of Africa to join their army by giving them kind of like false prophecies and kind of healing people through like evil means. And he's basically fighting kind of like his own countrymen and having to like kill them because they're joined the bad team, so they're not really bad people. So it's kind of like a weird thing for him to do that, you know.
Yeah, so they're thinking the battle and everything, and suddenly this big Khonshu dude, like he looks like Killmonger of the old age.
Massively big.
Yeah, massively big. And
arms like this.
Glowing sword.
Mm-hmm.
This glowing sword with runes on it and all that fancy stuff. I'm guessing it's vibranium made. Could be, couldn't be, who knows. They'll tell us later. And the fights, he's a pretty good fighter, surprisingly. And I mean, he got a lot of protein back behind him, and he's able to get a nice little hit through Black Panther's thigh, and it goes straight through, hopefully not through the bone.
Was it just me, or did it seem like they changed Black Panther's mask a little bit? Like, I felt like he had a fully open lower part, like you could see his fully open chin, but now there's like the Panther teeth go like up onto his chin, which I like better, and so now it's only like you can only see like his teeth through the mask.
It's definitely a different art style, and I'm really enjoying the interior panels. The cover is amazing. The interior panels just get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Mark the Cuddy Shark, get those gains. And Davey Clark in the house, what's up? The gangsta. Ooh, and sorry to cut you off, Zach. Name change is collecting all of this Ultimate run and didn't get a chance to do the original. I think we are doing the same as well. Wish I would have been able to do the original as well.
All right, so the dude was saying Conchu's gonna bring illumination to you, and the sword starts shining brightly while apparently there's no blood coming out of his leg, but the blade starts shining and he passes out. And he wakes up. Oh yeah, there's an amazing scene right here of him just like, no. Probably crapped his pants, but they don't confirm it in the next
it's weird,
page.
like the blade's in his thigh, and it seem like it's glowing like the same color as the orb that they took from him. It's like the opposite of the. Is that what you were thinking?
I can't really tell.
Because like his suit's made out of vibranium,
yeah,
and it looks like it's like breaking apart it's the opposite of like what his suit is,
Yeah, I don't know for sure. It could be.
Okay.
It could be.
That's something they didn't answer, and I was like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. Well, what is the actual medical? No. I can't remember what the word is called. But what's the composition of this blade? Is it a little bit of nickel? Is it a little bit of vibranium? Is it a little bit of titanium?
Did they give a name to the other green material?
I don't think so. Well, maybe they might.
Ultimadium.
Timadium.
Timadium.
I love Timadium. Anyways, he gets this vision, and it shows these two plants clashing together and exploding. I'm guessing it's the two plants. Each one has the unique metal, vibranium, that green crap that they haven't given
green
name.
Crap.
Yes, the alternative. Even the planets were at war. Anyways, they explode, meteor shower. Some of it gets to planet Earth, and big explosions. And it's not quite prehistoric age, but it's kind of old. It's kind of early human life, and it shows Black Panther, or what's his name? T'Challa walking naked, but I think they're implying that this was actually Bast before Bast became a god, I believe. And they find this unique purple stone, and he picks it up, and he screams, and turns into, of course, a panther, which I believe is actually Bast. So I think it was Bast, but they wanted to show a representation of T'Challa turning into the panther and all that stuff. And yeah, it's a pretty cool scene. And then he wakes up in his bedroom, awesome, with Okoye, his wife, the queen.
It's like he was having like a vision of this craziness, and then just like awakes. So I was kind of confused at this point. Like, did he actually get stabbed in the leg, or did he not? And then it seems like he did get stabbed in the leg, and that he's been asleep for like a really long time. Like what they say, like 7 days or something like that.
7 days.
Yeah.
Yes. And he's screaming, crying, and he wants the mother's milk, all that good stuff. And Okoye, like a good wife, pours him some water. Hey, your sister's going crazy. Here's a drink. It's been 7 days. You must be parched. And of course, he takes the cup. Awesome. That's appreciation. That's appreciation right there. That's awesome. I wish someone would pour me a cup. He drinks it, and he says there's something different. I feel different. I can actually sense vibranium, the vibrations of it. Pretty cool. And he must explain that he's not just making this up. So he tells her to grab the blade, pick it up.
And this is a Koyo, yeah, he's talking.
Yeah. And he's able to, like, not Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
Jedi mind trick's like messing with the mind.
Well,
he's able to like do
like,
the lightsaber
pull.
to the hand.
That's still Jedi with your mind.
Well, it's like,
and it's a trick.
The mind trick is like, these are not the comics you're looking for. These are mine.
Yeah.
Give me that Hulk 181 for $1.
No, don't ever do that.
I'll pay for shipping. Give me. Anyways.
Which I feel like they didn't explain. Like, he pulls the blade with his hand, and then he's like, I can sense and feel the vibranium. And then she's like, well, what do you mean? And it's kind of like, you'll find out. Like, right? Like, he didn't explain it.
No,
like
no.
What he's like, his new understanding of, like, because his whole thing was that Ra and Khonshu can understand that green element, and that's why they're beating him. and he was like, we don't truly understand the vibranium, and that's why we're losing like our half of the war. So
Yeah, yeah. So Okoye was like, hey, how did you do that? Did you do that with my mind? What's going on? No, I told it I needed its help and it came to me. So it's saying, he was basically saying it wasn't me that brought it to it. It was the blade itself that brought it to it. So it has extra powers that we don't know exactly what it can or can't do.
consciousness.
Yes. And Kanchi and Ron know a little bit more about this metals than he does. And he needs to bridge the gap and hopefully go farther, is what he's saying. Without saying it. So pretty cool. Now, jump scene. They're into some kind of library. This kind of nerd with a scar on his head. I don't know who it is, but he's getting beat up by unknown people.
I'm pretty sure they didn't say, but I think that's the guy from the movie, the Kala, from the Doctor Strange movie. Remember the guy that cuts that guy's head off, and then he like does the spell, and it does like the Dormammu symbol on his forehead. I think that's the symbol of Dormammu.
Oh, after this,
What's that guy's name? Like Cal something? Can't remember his name.
well, after this ass whooping, he does need to call his mama, his dorm mama, and he's getting like shocked and everything. Like, hey,
No words for that.
it's like sorcerers. We need sorcerers. We need a sorcerer. We need someone with magical power, but someone not weak like you. The other people are saying out of scene. All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you where you are. But you have to kill a lot.
Cagliostro.
You have to kill a
Cagliostro.
lot of people to get to this person, and that person is the Sorcerer Supreme. Who knows who the Sorcerer Supreme is? And then it shows Killmonger and Aurora, Storm, saying, well, they actually don't say anything. They're pretty much like, so, brand new day, same thing, to be continued.
Yeah, so that's definitely a leading up book. It lets you know like something big's about to happen. And yeah, I mean we knew they were looking for the Sorcerer Supreme, so we don't know who. Well, we knew they were looking for a magician or someone along those lines. So we officially know they're looking for the Sorcerer Supreme. Is that Doctor Doom? I mean, Doctor Strange. I don't know. It might not be Doctor Strange. It could be like Brother Voodoo. It could be like anybody. Bobby, what's up? Welcome in. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. What'd you think about this issue?
I thought this was fantastic. I thought it was a very, very great issue that brings all the previous issues, as it should, to like almost getting to like the full picture of it. And it doesn't quite give you the answers of how to end it. Well, maybe if you could probably bring every little piece together and probably, maybe, just maybe, guess what the ending's going to be. And I like those stories. I would say this is probably, I wouldn't say 5, but it's like a 4.8. I really enjoy this issue, especially with the actual like fighting scene at the beginning, and then the bedroom scene. But he's the one that gets that. Anyways, and then of course the last scene, which was really awesome. That brings another part of the story.
Andrew says he's got a funny feeling it's gonna be Dr. Voodoo. Yeah, see, I think so as well. Like I tell you, like. It'd be too obvious if it was just gonna be Doctor Strange, but you never know. They might just like throw us a loop a little bit. But yeah, I like this issue a lot. Princess like this one. I give it like a solid like 4.2. It read really, really quick. It left me wanting more, so that's always like a good thing.
I think it's gonna be Cleo.
Clea Strange?
Yeah.
You say Cleo?
Clea.
It's like
Mistress Cleo.
Madam Cleo?
Madam Cleo. The Sorceress Supreme.
Yeah, it could be Clea. That could be, but I thought it was interesting. I'm pretty sure that guy was Cagliostro because of like the way that things were on his head.
And the reason why I say that, bless you, reason why I say that is that why would Aurora and Killmonger separate? Well, I think Killmonger finds another lady friend, and I think it might be Clea.
It could be, yeah. I mean, there's gonna have to be something that happens why it's possible for her to be with Black Panther. And I mean, the best way would be if he died. Otherwise it's gonna be a little shady to have your main character like stealing other people's wives, right? Or girlfriends.
Yeah.
All right, tell them about the mystery box. Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna read the next one, but we're gonna open a mystery box. Don't do this as often as we used to, but we gotta get back to our roots.
So this is a local seller to us. It's Comic Tom Mystery Mail Call. It's a subscription-based mystery box, and as of what we're paying for, it's $40 a month, right, with shipping, and you usually get 2 or 3 Coco, 2 or 3. I'm talking right now, Coco. 2 or 3 variants, versions, whatever, and usually a print, and you can only get from this box and sometimes the website. But yeah, usually it's unique to these boxes.
Yeah, it's not very many mystery boxes that we still get. This one is very affordable, and you get some really good exclusives that have COAs that tell you like the limitability or who did them. And a lot of times they team up with other people to do them too, which is pretty exciting. So let's check it out. Let's get into this one. We got a print to start it off. We got a nice Wolverine Johnny Desjardins. So prints are, I've always said before, prints are not always my favorite thing to get, but sometimes they're cool. Down, Coco, don't attack Comic Tom, yeah. She's like, good after this cat. But yeah, nice Wolverine print. You get these in these, so that's how it goes. And the prints are good. They're good sometimes, Milt. It's not a print. I don't really know what to do with prints. You know what I mean? Like some people could like put them in frames and hang them on the wall, and that could totally look cool. Got nothing against that, because I know there's people who do that, but I just like comics for some reason. Like Zach likes when people like draw on like
Usually it's like a
13 by
super limited lithograph, or I guess you could say like a fine art print is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They usually use higher grade paper, but yeah, other than that, yeah, I could see your point. That those prints are kind of like,
But it's, yeah, to each his own though. I can't just decide for everybody what they're gonna like. Okay, let's get into it. We got Wolverine issue #1, and I'm guessing this is weird because this is Wolverine #1 by Cale Noog, limited to 3,000, but I'm wondering what this would be, because
it looks like a Wolverine 1 from the regular series homage.
yeah, but that just came out today, so there's no way they got that book already. So unless it's like Revenge of the Wolverine, what book is that? It's strange.
Wolverine, they got it new. They broke the code and sent it out new. You could have read it.
I don't know.
Could have read it.
That the 1989 book.
Yes,
Oh, Milk's
exactly.
saying, is that a reprint of it? It seems thick. It definitely is the homage. Yes.
Yeah.
To the Wolverine #1. Good cover though. I just don't know what book this is, but I'll have to check it out.
Got to crack it open.
Dang, $8 price point on that one for the original price. That's expensive. That's expensive.
Dang.
All right, next book on the list. We got a couple fillers to look at here.
List.
Oh,
I don't know what's in there.
the list, yes.
What's it?
Oh, the Many Deaths of Batman, Part 3 of 3.
That's not Batman. Look at him.
He's scared, dude. He's scared.
Batman doesn't get scared.
This is Batman issue 435. That's a crazy cover.
That Batman looks like he's bad at crapping his Batman.
Oh, Milt's
bridges.
saying it's the facsimile book. Gotta crack it open. That makes sense that they did the facsimile version of it, but
He should have wore the brown pants.
That's a weird cover,
Or
dude.
the yellow pants.
I don't know how I feel about that cover. Whoever did that one. Like Batman's like freaking scared.
Yeah, this is obviously not real Batman.
No, that's Batman.
Yeah.
Oh!
Batman.
What goes better with Batman? The other crazy
Batman.
person? We
Oh,
got
Punisher.
the Punisher War Journal, issue #17. Punisher takes a vacation, and Hawaii will never be the same. Like, put a lay on him, he just starts killing people. Like,
No. When I think about the Punisher, I'm like, I don't really want to go to family reunions anymore.
I think that only happens in that movie, not in the other ones.
It's probably gonna happen.
But Nutchuck says I have that Batman issue. Yeah. It's an interesting cover to say the least.
I want my Batman teddy
That's
bear.
the homage of #1 and of his ongoing series. Okay. Oh yeah, the original ongoing series. Yep.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you guys. And last but not least, we've got
Ooh.
X-Men #1, the Addie Granoff cover, which is dope. And this is limited to only 2,500 copies. And looks like they got the teammates right, because we've got Magic and
That's a homage,
Psylocke,
too.
who are actually on the team. The two of the ladies.
That's an homage too.
It is?
Another variant. What the?
I don't recognize
I
that.
ran
What's the
out of-
homage?
I ran out of all my ideas. I think it's another Andy Granoff cover that they're homaging.
His own cover?
I think so, because that looks very familiar. It's like a usually unknown.
Oh, Name Change says the Punisher is one of my favorite characters. Get Fury is awesome. Kernberg. Yes, I just finished reading issue 5 of Get Fury. That may be the best book of the year. If you guys have not read that book, it's insanely good. So yeah, solid mystery box, guys. We got 2 really good exclusives and 2 good throw-ins. I'll take a Batman and a Punisher anytime for a throw-in. Yeah, especially like decently older. You know, like 90s is like 20 something years ago now. So. Killer books, yeah. X-Men 1, Wolverine 1. Loving it. All right, guys. We'll end the show there. Let you guys get back onto your Wednesday. As always, do us a huge favor right now. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button. Princess loves it when you do that. We got the subscribe button in there. Hit that as well if you want to hear more awesome content. Every Wednesday we go live to talk about new comic book day. Zach reviews the Ultimates book, so you guys don't have to read it yourself. You can come here and listen to us read it. You should read it, though. That way it's a good way to... kind of get a different understanding of what's going on in the book. And leave a comment down below. Let us know how you guys are doing. Any questions or awesome things going on. Got to hear about our friend Nucktex Turtle. He's got a turtle. Zach's been wanting to get a turtle for a long time. So that was awesome. Tell us whatever you want to tell us. And Zach, you got anything else?
Yeah, sure. How do you do that? You get some ooze, and then you can have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle friend. Turtle with a half shell. Is that Turtle power, right?
Turtle power. Oh, Mel wants to know, Princess, what's the book cover of the week? What's the cover of the week, guys? Don't leave yet. Good call, Mel. I always forget that. Princess has one job to do around here. I'm just kidding. I got the look of death. It's like, what is the cover of the week?
I think I
put her on the spot. Oh, you like the Black Panther? Okay. Ultimate Black Panther number 8 got cover of the week.
Night Rockin' Comics.
All right. Yeah, take care, Rockin' Comics. Bobby, John. Oh, Name Change. All right, Mel, take it easy. As always, guys, stay safe. And remember,
get those gains.
Get up.
Every single one. Later, players. Players.